Need a fun free indoor activity? Well, the Contemporary Arts Museum has you covered with its new exhibition, Out of Stock. This inspiring exhibit features work from Houston teens and was curated and created by CAM's 14th Teen Council. The artwork really makes you think and reflect on big ideas like consumerism and identity. Out of Stock is made by teens, but everyone will enjoy it. The exhibit is running now until October 19th, so head to camh.org to learn more. And don't forget, CAM is always free. I'll see you there. Located in Houston's Energy Corridor, the Village School is here to serve students from age 2 through 12th grade with private day school and boarding school options. They're ranked as one of the top 20 K-12 private schools in America by Niche.com because their world-class teachers provide exceptional learning experiences with a STEAM American curriculum in an international community. Visit thevillageschool.com to learn more or register for their STEAM Day open house on November 13th. CityCast Houston's private school guide is live this week. Check it out on our website, houston.citycast.fm, and in Hey Houston. Today's featured school is the Village School. Their world-class teachers provide exceptional learning experiences, and the diverse student body represents 6 continents and over 90 countries. Your student will benefit from advanced learning environments created through collaborations with MIT, Space Center Houston, Juilliard, and UNICEF. Learn more at thevillageschool.com and register for a tour there as well. Today on CityCast Houston, where you go to eat and drink says a lot about you, especially in Montrose. So I'm bringing on our friend and meme account, Montrose Selectuals, with executive producer Laura Isensee to learn what your favorite spot in Montrose says about you. It's Wednesday, September 10th. I'm Rahil Ramzanali, and here's what Houston's talking about. Montrose Selectual, our favorite meme account, is back here on CityCast Houston. Man, I'm so excited to have you. How are you?
I've been so good. My girlfriend got her e-bike stolen this morning, and now we're rolling right into this recording. So it's all thumbs up.
That's such a Montrose morning. And Laura Isensee is here. Laura, what's up?
Hey, just wishing I still lived in Montrose like I used to, but got to get back there.
You really do. And when you get back there, we are going to hit up some cool spots and get judged by Montrose Selectual. So here's what we're going to do, all right? We're going to bring up some of our favorite places and places that we've been to, and Montrose Selectuals, who is fantastic and is the voice of Montrose now through memes, is going to tell us what it says about us. But before we start, Montrose Selectuals, you've been following me on Instagram now for a few months, so you've kind of learned about who I am, my content, my dislikes and likes. So if you had to pick a Montrose bar or restaurant that I would end up at, what do you think it would be?
You know, I get an impression you're quite the sportsman. You enjoy the fights. I know you're big on the fights, but I feel like you like to catch kind of any more obscure sporting event. So I'm going to say you like to go to the Phoenix at like 10 in the morning, right when they open, and you like to watch probably a football game, maybe, or a footy, an American soccer game. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, American soccer game. That's what it is. Yeah, the Phoenix, if you've never been there, that is such a European / elitist sports bar, in my opinion.
But very good chicken karaage, surprisingly. If you have a couple pints, get the chicken karaage. It's very well done there.
Chicken karaage. What is that?
Japanese style fried chicken. Yeah, makes sense for a British sports bar on Westheimer.
Of course. That's so Montrose right there. So the CityCast Houston team, we met up at Chop and Block, and it was named a top 50 restaurant in the U.S. by New York Times. So high praise there. What does that say about our team that we went to Chop and Block?
I think your team supports Houston locals. I mean, Chop and Block was the beacon of the Post Project when that opened a couple of years ago. That was the only reason to go to that food court north of downtown, was to go to Chop and Block. That's what everybody said. And it stuck out because as restaurants flipped in that food court, Chop and Block stayed and maintained like the spot to go to before a show at 713. And now they've got their own brick and mortar. They got a full cocktail program. They've got a really beautiful build out. I mean, it's going to become a neighborhood institution just because it's deeply born and bred of Houston.
Yeah, and we got like a whole bunch of bowls and we all shared them. The food is just so good, that West African like spices and warm and curries really hits all the taste buds.
all that is fantastic. But also, when you go there and you post, you're letting the world know, like, yeah, I'm better than you a little bit too. Like, look at me. I'm going to chop and block. I'm experiencing new things, right? Like, you also get that sense.
Yeah, sure. If you're talking about like a white dude flexing kind of thing, maybe, yeah. Being like, uh-oh, like it's not not another burger for me tonight. I'm getting some crazy flavors on. Like, yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that restaurant is going to do so well because it offers something new to the neighborhood, right? It's not another new American steakhouse. It's not another fast casual fried chicken option with Nashville seasonings or whatever. You know, like it's a distinctly fresh take on a restaurant for Houston
Yeah.
and for Montrose. So it stands out.
Yeah. So that's kind of one of the new guys on the block. But a friend of mine, she's planning her birthday party at one of the old institutions in Montrose, the West Alabama Ice House, which, you know, is a classic right there on West Alabama. What does that say about me and my crew that we're going to go hang there?
So West Alabama Ice House birthday is a unique situation because it is what I did for my birthday this year and what I think a lot of people should do for their birthday every year. It's an incredibly low buy-in. You're asking your friends to just show up at a space, pay very little for drinks, and there's a taco truck right next door, right? It's the perfect place to have an informal birthday gathering, graduation celebration. I've been to multiple kind of like wedding pre-parties at the Ice House as well, where it's just 30 of us show up and just, you know, have a couple of drinks, toast the bride, groom, whatever it is, and celebrate them. So I think it's a great place to have a birthday party or celebration. I do think if you're a regular of the Ice House, it's a different category you find yourself in.
Okay. I'm bracing myself.
If you're a regular, you're there at 11 a.m. You start the day at the Ice House. We've got a couple friends on oxygen tanks that hang out at the Ice House. There are people where the ashtray is always full at their table at the Ice House. So I kind of think of it like the Flying Dutchman under the command of Davy Jones, where the longer you stay on the ship, the more you're embedded in the structure of the ship itself. So I think a couple people that are regulars at the Ice House are starting to get like Ice House barnacles on them. They're really starting to fade into the picnic tables themselves.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
And those barnacles are just ash. That's it. Like and they're just taking they're chain smoking there for sure.
It's a little cig ash. Mm-hmm. When they in the winter when they roll the plastic siding down and really insulate the whole space, that's the closest you're going to get to a 90s experience smoking inside.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm going to switch up the vibe a little bit. And something else I got going on the social calendar is my book club. We're looking for a new spot to talk about our next book. And we're moms, but we don't want to be totally boring. So what if I proposed Montrose cheese and wine? What would that say about the book club?
Yeah, you probably got a pretty decent book club. I think you're reading stuff off the New York Times list for sure. I think Montrose Cheese and Wine is a place that people go to if they went to Light Years once and felt intimidated. And so then they just end up at Montrose Cheese and Wine because there's a printed menu and they actually bring you waters to your table and like, the food's going to come out nice and quick. It's great. It hits everything that you need out of a wine bar that isn't the aggressive nature of Light Years.
Oh my gosh. Light Years. I haven't been there yet. Have I completely missed out? Do I need to make that my next stop?
I love that bar very much. They do not have a posted menu to speak of. You walk up to the counter and say red, white, or orange, or rosé, and then they just start pouring you tastes of something until you find what you like. It's a cool style of service, but if you're not ready to have those conversations, if you just want to cower behind a glass of Pinot Noir and just get it over with, it's not the bar. It's not the bar for you.
So if we want to be adventurous, Light
Years.
Years. But if we want just structure and simple, Montrose Cheese and Wine, we might be a little basic, but it's not bad.
If you like clean rosé, good charcuterie, a couple Alpine cheeses, you're going to be well set up at Montrose Cheese and Wine.
I want to know how on point Montrose Selectuals is here. Laura, are y'all picking y'all's books from the New York Times bestsellers list?
We have a mix. We have New York Times bestsellers, sometimes nonfiction. We read all about freeways in Megan Kimball's book, City Limits. Highly recommend local author here in Texas. We switch it up. We like to escape reality.
I'm probably just hating from outside the club because no one ever asked me to be part of a book club. So I'll admit that.
If you were in a book club, it would be unbelievably funny. I don't know why. It would just be a lot of comedian biographies. That was what it would be.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Hey, y'all. I want to tell you about the newest exhibition at the Holocaust Museum, Houston. It's called Growing Up Jewish Art and Storytelling, and it starts September 19th. It explores the key people, experiences, and community that shaped artist Jacqueline Cott Wall. The exhibit is a really interesting combination of paintings plus the artist's own narration. So you can see playful images of Jewish holidays, milestones, and so many other experiences, and read the artist's written reflections about being Jewish, from her grandmother's kitchen at Passover to summer camp. The exhibition is included with your general admission ticket to the Holocaust Museum Houston, so plan your visit now at hmh.org/growingupjewish. And don't forget, admission is free for everyone on Thursdays from 2 to 5 p.m. and always free for children and students through age 18 and college students with a valid student ID. You don't want to miss this moving journey through the eyes of a beloved artist. Head to hmh.org/growingupjewish to learn more.
Did you know that September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and kidney cancer is one of the most common types of childhood cancer? So, the Kidney Cancer Association is asking for your help to bring awareness and raise funds through a fun favor. Here it is. Get some chalk, go outside, and write messages of hope on a sidewalk. Yep, that's it. You can raise awareness by chalking up your sidewalk. And be sure to tag the Kidney Cancer Association on social media so they can share your messages of hope with others. And if you can, donate at chalkyourwalk.org so we can raise funds for research. Now's the time to get outside and start drawing so we can come together to fight pediatric kidney cancer. Learn more at chalkyourwalk.org. That's chalkyourwalk.org. For me, evenings are a blur. Between dropping off my daughter to her various activities and squeezing in a pickleball session, for me, it's nonstop. And I'll just be honest, with all that running around, I do get hungry, and I'm usually thinking about picking up fast food, and I don't want that. So, you know what I'm doing now? I'm grabbing my Huel Black Edition powder, spelled Huel. Their Black Edition powder is a complete meal that I just shake up and get 40 grams of plant-based protein and 27 essential vitamins and minerals at just $3 per meal. And just when you thought Huel had everything covered, they just dropped a first-of-its-kind Super Greens drink in a can. It's called the Huel Daily Greens Ready to Drink. Forget powders, forget pills. This is your daily greens with a sparkling and refreshing twist, and ready whenever you are. Try Huel with 15% off for new customers today using my code Houston at HUEL.com/Houston. That's Huel.com/Houston. Fuel your best performance with Huel today. I keep seeing all my friends, younger friends, okay, going to Drake's Hollywood. I haven't been there yet. It is always trending, it seems like, on Instagram. If I want to go there, what does that say about me?
You don't like good food, and you don't like good service, and you might not be a good person either. I don't know. I really, really dislike that restaurant. And I went and I gave it a shot. I sat at the bar and I had 2 martinis and a steak and some cream spinach, and I hated everything about the experience. I think what I hated most is I walked in, was seated at the bar. I had ordered my first drink, and then a guy in a tux came over and said, sir, would you please remove your ball cap in the dining room? It's like,
Get
hey
out
man,
of here.
your staff sat me down and said, enjoy your meal. They had every opportunity to let me know when I walked in that door that I shouldn't be wearing a hat in here. Also, I'm sitting at the bar, which is classically where I'm allowed to wear the hat. So it was like snooty, overpriced, overcooked steak, horrible cream spinach. And
Wow.
it's a bad restaurant. It's bad for the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You had me on here to talk about how I feel about it. I really, really don't like that place.
Okay, you are on to something here, because the people who go there, they all seem like they are Bitcoin entrepreneurs trying to live a fancier life now. That's what it seems like. And that's what this restaurant is catered towards. I don't know. I might be wrong here.
Yeah, I mean, in the past, you would go to Papa's Steakhouse with your expense account buddies and get a ribeye and drink some $250 bottle of Burgundy, and that was your way of flexing. But now, the steakhouse also has to have like French fries with chili cheese on them and pizza and sushi. Like, why does Drake's Hollywood have sushi? It doesn't make any sense to me. In a city that has amazing sushi, why would you go valet your car across from Slick Willie's and eat like a tempura roll in an old Hollywood space? It pisses me off. And they're not a local business.
Yeah.
It's a restaurant group from out of town that took over a space that used to be run by locals, and it pisses me off.
I'm okay skipping Drake's. I don't need overcooked steak, and I don't like cream spinach on a good day. But what I do like is a really good dive bar. You know, I love Cecil's. I was so sad when it closed and now it's back. But, you know, Fairview in Montrose is one of my favorite streets in the whole neighborhood. And Lola's Depot is there. And I'm thinking maybe that's my next dive bar. Just sit, chill on the patio. How are you judging me, Montrose Selectuals? Are you going to make a meme about me?
Yes, I will. I'm going to judge you very harshly. Lola's is a dysfunctional space. To sum it up, I think Lola's is for people that are either 17 years old or 38 years old. But regardless, you have no business being there. You just shouldn't be hanging around this place. I mean, it is a den of thievery. It is the place to do drugs in a bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
There's all kinds of shenanigans going on. All kinds of shenanigans.
One time I was at Lola's and I saw like a pool of standing water on the back patio, and there was just like a extension cord running into the pool of water. This is a dangerous place.
This is so great. I haven't been there, and I looked up pictures, and these bathrooms are some of the best in the city. And what I mean by that, they're all graffitied up. Like, I need to be there ASAP. This is amazing.
Look, Lola's, you can drink for a long time with a little bit of money at Lola's. That's for sure. It is an affordable place. And if that's what you need in your life, they got your back. But if you've got more than $60 in the checking account, just go to Poison Girl. Go to Griff's. There are other options.
Love Griff's. Love Poison Girl. I'll stick with the Kool-Aid guy in the backyard at Poison Girl. Nice.
Okay, we're doing our next team meeting at Lola's. No doubt. We have to go there. Montrose Lectures, you're joining us, and we're just going to people watch and enjoy. This is the place now. You've sold me on this. You were supposed to talk me out of it, and I want to be there now. So great work. Because I usually, when I'm going to Montrose and I'm looking at a place, I hit up my brother. I'm like, hey, let's just go to Toasted Coconut. That's the place. I know you're going to judge me, so go ahead. Open floor. I love the Toasted Coconut.
Toasted Coconut is such a nice place. It is a really easy place to go have an early dinner or a nice little boozy lunch on a Saturday. I think if Toasted Coconut is your favorite place to hang out, you are admittedly a beta style person.
Oh, come on.
You are willing always to bow to anybody else's wants or needs. Because Toasted Coconut just screams like, I'm cool with anything. We could get that's fine. Yeah. We could do the choke cucumbers. We could get the burger. It does, like, you're cool. It's fine. You want tiki? You want to have a beer? It's the restaurant for everyone. It's great. I've been there multiple times, whether I'm craving curried chickpeas or I want a fried chicken sandwich, they got my back. So I give them 2 thumbs up, but just know that if it's where you're always going, you need to set some boundaries in your life and think about what you really want instead of what your friend group wants to do.
Not going to lie. I've got some beta boy energy. All right. I just want a little pie and a burger. What else do you want in life? That's it. Come on.
That's great. When we go to Lola's Depot for our team meeting, I'm going to announce to the whole bar that you're a little beta boy. Because that's what you said on mic.
No, please don't. Not at Lola's.
He'll have the audio to prove it. Okay. We're gonna move from Toasted Coconut, and we're gonna go to Anvil on Westheimer, which is one of my favorite bars. I mean, it's been around for a long time, but I feel like Anvil was one of the first places that started doing the fancy cocktails and the whole mixology and just go and hang out. And when I used to live in Montrose, I lived in walking distance of Anvil, and that was really both lovely and slightly dangerous, but had a lot of great dates there. And what does that say about me?
There's 2 kinds of people that say Anvil is their favorite bar. The first type of person is the person who says, oh my God, Anvil, I love Anvil. It's my favorite bar. They go out once every 2 months, and they go on a Friday night at 7 p.m. and they wait in the bar that's like 3 people deep. and they get a fun daiquiri or some crazy gin fizz, and they're like, I love it here. And they're like packed in like sardines, and they're hanging out on the back row, and they're like, this is our Sex in the City. Like, this is our night on the town. It's a bunch of Mirandas and Carries hanging out at Anvil on a Friday night.
Oh my God.
So there's that person, and that person loves Anvil. Loves Anvil. The other kind of person that loves Anvil is the Anvil regular. And that person is exclusively there between 4 and 6 p.m. on a weekday.
Okay.
And they sidle up to the bar. They got no problem finding space. They know every bartender by name. And they might have a cocktail. They might just start pointing at bottles and just being like, I want to taste the 22 year. And then, you know what? You got a Haitian rum I got to check out. Give me a little snifter of that too. These are people that have like way too many opinions on Alpine liqueurs or something. Those are my heads.
Yeah. No, that's not me. I think I formerly was in the first category, kind of, because I mean, it was nearby, but I wouldn't go there every week. And yeah, it was in my single days. So you pegged me. You got me.
I think Anvil is the club for some people. For some people, that is going out to the club. The music's loud, the lights are dim, people are wearing jewel tone cocktail dresses. Like it's the place to hang out. So I get the appeal.
We can pretend like we're in New York and it's fancy, but we're just there on Westheimer and it's still pretty cool.
Oh no, I'm going to miss the train back to Midtown.
Okay, let's end on an institution. El Tiempo. I think we all have thoughts on this one, but you started off Montrose Selectuals. What does it say about you if you end up at El Tiempo?
If you are regularly eating at El Tiempo, I'm talking at least once a week, you're eating at El Tiempo, you're going through a rough patch in your life. Something's going on, because that is a place to drown your sorrows and then stuff them full of queso. The margaritas are huge. Everything is salty. The steak comes out sizzling. It is a delicious restaurant. It is not an affordable restaurant.
Mm-mm.
And if you find yourself drawn to El Tiempo, week after week or twice in a week, 3 times in a week, I think you got to check in with a loved one. And I think you need a support system because you're trying to process something.
Okay. And this is the El Tiempo on Westheimer, like right at Taft.
Yes. What has been affectionately referred to as the gay El Tiempo for a long time because it had rainbow crosswalks outside of it. Although due to the recent repaving of Westheimer, those crosswalks are gone. Aww. And we need to protest at the city hall to get those crosswalks back.
That makes me really sad. I really love this El Tiempo. I love being upstairs. And those margaritas, they're so big. I mean, they have some of the best margaritas in the city. I don't know. I think I might slightly disagree with you. I mean, if you're there like multiple times a week, yes, you might need some therapy, but it's a great spot. It's an institution, like Raheel said. I mean, get the fajitas and a margarita and
take a second mortgage out because it's that expensive. El Tiempo is not the place to go to me, for like good, affordable food. That's the place you go when you have your expense account and maybe you're meeting up somebody, or if you want to pick up divorcees at the bar, that's where you go. So that's El Tiempo. And there was a running joke at my last job in sports radio. Any El Tiempo, people will go there because of the divorcees. That's why. That was the only reason.
Good to know that's where I'll be at in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Good to know that's what's coming down the pipeline. It's not a casual restaurant. You can't just throw it out to your friends and be like, dinner in an hour? You want to go to El Tiempo? You're like, yeah, man. Can I check my bank account and then open up a line of credit? I don't know.
Oh, man. I have so many good memories at El Tiempo, but I'm not going to see you at the bar. I'm just going to organize a birthday party and have a bunch of margaritas.
Much like the Ice House, it is a place for celebration once every 6 months. But if you are there on a weekly basis, something really dysfunctional is happening.
Something very dysfunctional. Montrose Selectuals, that was awesome. You are the best. Laura, thank you. I can't wait to do this again. We have to do like a round 2 of this for sure.
I'm up for it.
Sure. Why not? Let's do it.
Thanks, y'all.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks very much for having me on, y'all. This is going to be huge for my mom.
That was executive producer Laura Isensee with Montrose Selectuals. You can follow him on Instagram with the link in our show notes. Don't forget, you can become a CityCast Houston neighbor for just $10 a month and get first access to all of the great events in Montrose and beyond before anybody else. Help us grow the show by sharing this episode with 3 friends you've hung out with at West Alabama Ice House, and subscribe to the show if you haven't. Also, drop us a rating and review wherever you're listening. Get more H-Town news, history, events, and happenings in our daily newsletter, Hey Houston, with the info in our show notes. Thanks. That will do it for today. I'm Rahil Ramzan Ali. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you around in Montrose.